Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am back here at Cerro Gordo. My buddy Brent,
hello there,
invited me back for a second chance with no snow.
Yes, it's a lot better this time.
So this is Brent from Cerro Gordo, and of course we got Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals.
Hey everybody.
We're here at the Jefferson Chimney, where it was the top exposure of the main silver lead seam they found here at Cerro Gordo. We're here because there's rumors of gold. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna see if I can find some gold while we're here. So wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy. How far down does this go?
1,100 feet.
1,100 feet straight down of lead and silver. That looks like a very solid bush to tie off to.
It's got deep roots. It's in the desert.
Very solid, yeah. So I do plan to shoot my video tomorrow. We just got here. We just went for a hike to check things out. We started following some historic documents that said that there was gold around the Jefferson Chute. We know where the Jefferson Chimney is. We're hoping the Jefferson Chute is what's right beside it. And we just started hiking up the hill. And we ended up finding a few different adits up here, a lot of different mine dumps. We found a chute, which could be called the Jefferson Chute. We're not too sure. But the ore we're finding is amazing looking. We're gonna go back, we're gonna hike down, we're gonna have a good dinner and whatnot. Tomorrow, I'm bringing the metal detector up here, I'm bringing the gold pan, and we're gonna see what we can find by the Jefferson Chute. I said I was coming back tomorrow to do the video, but as we're walking down the hill, we discovered a new adit. And of course, Brent's gotta go check it out, see how many bears are inside.
Oh, there's my my least favorite thing in the desert. Birthday balloons.
Birthday balloons. Happy birthday, Brent.
It only goes about.
Well, today's the day we are going to find gold at Cerro Gordo. Let's get to it. Okay, we have a plan. There's 3 of us today looking for gold. These 2, Brent and Jason, are going down the Union Shaft, going down to the 86th level, and they're gonna start pushing out to where the document said the gold may have been. I am gonna go up the hill right above them on the surface, detecting all the old workings and washes up there to see if any of the gold made up onto the surface. By the end of the day, we're gonna find some gold. So good luck, guys.
Good luck to you.
And for my viewers, if you want to see their adventure, you have to check out their channels. Jason of Mount Baker Mining and Metals, and Brent from Ghost Town Living.
All right, let's find some gold.
Well, here I go. It's a fairly good hike up the mountain here to where I want to start detecting, so I won't film all the way. I'll wait till I get up there. We're really high elevation, and it's very hard to breathe up here. But I'm going up there to all of those old workings. And I'll be metal detecting today. I also brought a bucket in case I want to take any of the material out of the washes to pan later on. And I should point out, because I'll be detecting for gold in very mineralized soil, if I do find gold, it should be significant. Big chunks. I might go over a lot of small chunks that the detector just can't get. If I find something, it should be good. Coming up on my first dump. I will be detecting more than just the mine dumps today, but the mine dumps are a perfect spot to start the search. The best place to find gold is where people have previously found gold. And to make a mine dump like this, they were finding something. And unlike the lead silver deposits just over there, most of these little dumps here were following quartz. So quartz is a great indicator of gold, especially iron-rich quartz. So over there they had lead silver. Let's hope over here they were going after the gold. And we read a lot of reports last night talking about the gold nuggets they were pulling out of here up into multi-ounce pieces in the quartz. So the detector will detect a whole lot smaller than that. Let's hope they left some of the smaller stuff for us. Well, heck, let's hope they left some of the bigger stuff for us too. Let's get detecting. And my first signal of the day is a huge nugget of iron. That really set off the detector. As I was digging down for that, I pulled out all these mineralized quartz pieces, but none of them sound off. Hey, those guys are cheating. It took me a half hour to walk up this high. They took a truck. That's the winch house over there that takes them down the Union Shaft on the very, very sketchy cage. There are so many signals here. I gotta find just the right one. That sounds like another big chunk of iron down there. I'll poke around on the surface a bit. If I don't see anything obvious, I'll move on until I can find something that is more obvious something good. And there it is, a big ring. Big chunks of iron like this, even though the detector can actually discriminate between iron and non-ferrous, and I have it on the discrimination setting, big chunks of iron do fool it. So there's a really cool ring. I might even keep that one. I'm not sure what it is, but it's cool. Anyone know what that is? Leave a comment below. This looks good here. This is all quartz vein material. They were obviously stockpiling the quartz vein material off on this side. Looks really good. Though, no signals. If it has free milled gold in it, of any size, like any significant size, this detector will sound off over the rock. So far, nothing. This is a better signal because it's not so overwhelmingly big. Still in the gold range. I'll take a few moments and see if I can identify which rock that is, or if there's, a button down there. Now the trick here is just to move away the surface a little bit, all this surface material, and then detect it to see if it's down in the muddy stuff or if it was something up in the surface material. I'm just doing that by hand right now. I do have a pick down in the bucket right there, and it looks like I might need it to get into this material if I haven't moved it away already. Well, my first piece of aluminum garbage. In the pocket it goes. And my second piece of aluminum garbage. Looks like this might be a challenge. So apparently this pile has these aluminum pieces all over it. Oops. Gonna be tough to detect here. Maybe I move on to the next one. Wanna go see the adit this all came from? Let's go have a look. So there's the hole in the mountain that all this material came from. But we're not going inside there today. We're going up to some of the other quartz showings. And yet another hole in the ground. But not much in the way of quartz showing in the dump in front of it. I won't spend much time here. Just a little bit. Too much garbage here to do any meaningful detecting. My detector just sets off on every square inch of this ground. And it's not because of gold. First chunk of bedrock in the wash. Why don't we spend a moment here and detect? And moving on, moving on. And here's my first rock with a signal in it. This piece of gossan here is setting off the detector. Somewhere. Only right on the surface, right there. So that surface there is setting off the detector. I think this one gets tossed in my bucket for further investigation down below. Okay, maybe I'll break part of it here and see what it looks like inside. Just a matrix of silicate. Very odd. So it's quartz matrix. It's just a sponge. It's probably a quartz carbonate at one point and had all the carbonate part dissolved out. Lots of iron in there. There was mineralization. That could be a piece of gold. And I found another in the same area. This one isn't really a gossan, but it's still more of that same silicate. And it's really setting off the machine. Don't see anything on the surface. Again, might be one to take back and crush. Still on discrimination, so it should be metallic gold in there. If that's what's setting it off. If it's gold, it should be a nugget. Broke that rock apart some. Didn't see any visible gold. I saw something silver shining back. Maybe it's metallic silver. Maybe got native silver here. It is a silver mine. So threw it in the bucket. Let's move on. We will crush all of this and see what's in it. Finding tons of rocks that are showing gold signals in them, but no visible gold yet. If I fill up the bucket too much, I'm gonna have to start getting pickier and breaking things open and hoping to find something that gives me more of an indication. So I think I might see what I'm onto. And I've never detected in a place that has a lot of galena before. Galena is lead silver sulfide, and typically sulfides don't set off your detector as gold. But this rock here is setting it off like big time, and I see a great big flash of galena coming back at me. So that could be the reason these rocks are setting me off. Maybe I've just got a lot of galena in them. Let's get the close up on that galena. There's the galena seam in this one. Let's see if I can break off a chunk of just pure galena and see if it sets off the detector. Okay, I got this sliver of pure galena off that rock. See what the detector says. Okay, hand with no galena, hand with galena. There's my problem. I'm detecting galena up here. Okay, let's move on to more of a quartz only showing and see if I can maybe get something other than just galena. So this pile here has lots of great looking stuff. Great copper staining on things, iron staining everywhere, quartz. But every second rock in here is setting off the detector. Every one I break open doesn't show anything indicating gold. So I think it's best if I move. Don't quite remember where we were, but we saw a wash that had really good looking quartz coming out of it at it. I'll see if I can find that one again. Made it back to the Jefferson chimney. Jason and Brent should be trying to make their way down there somewhere. Hello! Yesterday we walked up from the building right there, walked up over this way to the chimney. Today I walked up over there and then came over. I think I missed one spot that I wanted to detect by skipping this side, so maybe I'll go down this side when I'm done. This was one wash I was eager to detect. Just the way the water is flowing over the bedrock the way it is, and coming right down from a couple of dumps. If there's gold, it's funneling through here. So I am finding a signal right here. I've moved away all the bigger rocks that were sort of sitting on top of it, brushed it away, and there's still a signal right there. So that could be a good sign that there's something. There it is. It's there somewhere. Well, I got it out of the hole, but it's not showing gold at all now. It's showing straight up iron. So it's probably just a chip of rust down there. That was fooling the detector. This looks really good. Rusty quartz. Looks to be right on the vein. I would say the vein is right underneath my feet here. I think this is one of the areas I identified yesterday. Let's detect it. Here's a really nice sounding signal. Very crisp. I need to run back and grab my pick and see if we can find that. Well, there's the best sounding signal of the day so far. It was a piece of lead. Oh, right on the stuff that I thought should show gold too. I dug for a long time to find that tin can. Hey, look who I found! You made it out of the death trap.
I did. I made it out of the death trap, and then I had to hike up this hill of death to find you.
Yes.
This is hard.
You have fun underground?
It was fun. We got some really good stuff.
Perfect.
Really excited about it.
And you got all on camera?
Got it all on camera.
Perfect. Again, if you want to see that, you have to check out Jason's channel. Well, I've detected this one to death and there's nothing here, so let's move on to the next. Sounds like Jason and Brent are going back down the shaft. They found some really neat quartz down there that they want to go and collect a bunch of. We sort of made a plan that in 2 hours we're going to meet out front of the shaft and see what kind of ores we both got for the day. Crush them down, pan them out, see if there's anything yellow and shiny. Where to next? We did check out that mine dump yesterday and that did not look like the right stuff, not at all. I see an orange dump way over there, but I think that's a bit too far for me to go. I know there's a quartz dump just down in that valley. There was one that was really exciting me yesterday. I haven't been able to stumble across it again. Maybe I will on the way down. Anyhow, what's the safest way over there? I don't know. Now here's one of the adits I wanted to check out. I'm not going inside. Brent went inside yesterday. I want to check out the ore that they left out here because they left some nice looking stuff. Another signal right there, but this one sounds like it's gonna be a tin can or something. Just too big and wide of a signal. Well, I moved it, so it's not a big tin can. It's in this somewhere. Let's start going through it handful by handful and seeing what it is. Another piece of aluminum or lead or something like that. Non-ferrous metal, not gold. And that gives me a good opportunity for my geology lesson of the day. Well, this one's gonna be a treasure hunting lesson of the day. Metal detectors, like the Gold Monster 1000. They can detect different types of metal. They can actually distinguish between different types all right. Detectors that are designed to find small gold have a harder time distinguishing between metals than detectors that are designed to find big pieces, the type of detector you would use on a beach or relic detecting. Gold detectors, like the Gold Monster 1000, they can distinguish between ferrous metals, metals made from iron, and non-ferrous metals, things like brass, copper, lead, gold, silver. It can't distinguish between those in that category though. So when I find something that sounds like gold, it could be copper, it could be lead, it could be tin, it could be all sorts of things. But the detectors that can distinguish between those can't find small gold. We typically use specific detectors for gold detecting, like the Gold Monster 1000, in order to find as much gold as we can. The downside is we have to deal with lead and aluminum a lot. There's today's geology lesson of the day, treasure hunting lesson of the day. Well, I guaranteed the guys I'd find them gold today, and unless those rocks I got early on actually show gold, I haven't done it yet. But the one reason I knew I could guarantee to find them gold is I plan to go to the wash below and do some panning, and I know I'll find gold in the wash. So let's go do that. Well, I see the cage is still down, so the boys are still down in the abyss. I think they're working on the 8,600 foot level. 86 foot level. They should be back soon. So here are some of the rocks that I pulled out today that sounded off showing gold. I'm fairly certain after chipping off some of the corners and seeing galena inside that possibly the galena was fooling the detector. Here's a piece of galena right from down deep. That's sort of what the raw galena looks like. This stuff here, being off the surface, is probably just oxidized, weathered, and it's probably galena that is just weathered out and is sounding off on the detector. We'll still crush some and see if maybe we're lucky for gold, but I think the wash is the place. There's the galena, lead, silver ore, nice and close. I found this one has some great calcite blades on it, just kind of neat, not that it indicates anything for gold. And found this material. This was really neat. It's almost like a silicate sponge, and quite a few of these were actually sounding off of having metallics inside them. So that'll be interesting to crush down and find out. Looks to be some snow up in the Sierra Nevadas over there. Just got the message. They're there. The hoist is about to fire up and bring them up. I'm just sitting here to greet them when they get there. And the cable's moving. Luckily, they're only down 86 feet, so it's pretty quick to get them up from there. I think when we went down, we were at the 700 level? 400 level. It had 100 in it. Some 100 level. I hear voices. Voices in the deep.
Where's your nugget, Dan?
I'm dropping it! Catch!
Yeah.
And here they are.
We got some ore.
Nice.
We got a lot of ore.
A lot of ore.
Perfect.
Stuff.
Oh, you guys did better than I did today.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beauty.
Time to crush some rock. Now, not all my pieces are going to fit in the crusher, but what can fit in the crusher, we're going to crush down so we can pan out the crush. Now, this is a pretty coarse crush, so we'll pan it out, we'll see what it is, but we'll keep the oversized pieces and maybe crush it more in the future or something. I'm not sure. But hey, we got a rock crusher. We got rock. Let's crush. And here we go, the first of the detected pieces. I don't know if that's going to fit. Oh yeah, that still will work.
Go, baby, go.
You can do it. There it is. Quartz. Rotted out quartz. There's my material all crushed down. It's a very, very coarse crush because we only have the jaw crusher here. But we will pan it out and see if, you know, something shows. And then we'll take the oversized stuff and, I don't know, bag it up and send it back to Jason to crush down fine or something. You know, Brent, they make machines for that.
I know. If only I knew anybody that sold them.
Where can you buy one of those?
Well, let's pan the crush and see if there is anything that resembles something yellow and shiny. We had to get creative with the leaky tub. After shaking for a few seconds, this top stuff will have no gold that is free, like by itself. Might have some that's still attached to quartz, But all this top stuff, there'll be no nuggets. So we're getting rid of it to make panning easier, and also means that we can take this stuff later and deal with it. Really, there's only maybe 20% of the material here that's crushed down fine enough to give us a good idea if there's gold in that 20%. So about 80% of this stuff is too big, and if there was gold in it, it would pan right out, or wash right out of the pan. But 20% might still show us a few shiny pieces. Now I'm fairly sure that all my signals today were actually galena in rock, not gold. And that's why I think we have to go to the wash tomorrow and to find the gold. But let's see. There's a lot of galena. Okay. Everything blue in here, blue and shiny, is galena. And if there was any gold, it would all be at the top edge. Be right up here. We need sunlight. No gold. We'll get it in the wash tomorrow.
Jason's gonna do some panning.
So Jason and Brent right now are panning out the crush that they got from deep down in the Cerro Gordo mines. And if you want to see the results from what they got from below, again, you gotta check them out. I'm not showing it here. Well, second day here at Cerro Gordo, and we're about to head down into the wash and see what kind of gold has washed out of these hills over the years and got caught in the bedrock cracks. Today, we will find gold. Well, we made it into the wash. This is the wash that is directly below the town of Cerro Gordo. So the whole bowl that makes up all the Union mine, what are the other mines that are up there?
We have the Newtown mine, we have the Buena Vista mine, we have the Omega Tunnel, all sorts of different mines.
All sorts of mines. All the mines that are all in the hills up there are all draining down to this one wash right here. And this is the first time we see this wash pass over bedrock. So we're gonna get down in here, break up the little rocks that have little cracks in them, start recovering the material into buckets, and see what kind of gold came from all these mines. So I think what you guys want to do is each grab a bucket, and then what we're looking for is any rock that looks to be in place. So here's a good example. Here's a rock that's still in place of where it should have lived in the bedrock. Yep. But we can get a pry bar underneath it, pop it out, and then all the material around it, that's where the gold will hide. And the bigger the rock that you can find that you can pop out, usually the more material it's holding.
Well, like this crack here.
That crack's tight, that one's kind of open, so that one would probably hold more material than that. But yeah, if you could pop that rock out, get everything that's underneath it.
What's the ideal crack look like, Dan? Is it like deep, open, running one way?
Ideal crack goes across but not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily. Anything that the heavy gold can fall into and get out of the flow of the water will hold it. And all of these rocks seem to be loose, and there seems to be a lot of material there. So I just take the little pry bar, just pop them all, get all the material into the bottom, and then just scoop it out.
So guys, pop this, take all of this out.
All of that.
Put it in a bucket.
Exactly. Nice and dry here, a vacuum would work really well. Even way down here, we're seeing mineralization in the hard rock, or the pieces of hard rock that have come down. That's a piece of copper ore right there. Oh, I found a good spot here. Check out these pieces of slate material that are sort of up on edge, water flowing over them with swirl behind them, and they're loose. And it looks like a big pocket underneath. Even quartz seams there. That is going to be good material. Absolutely. So I've cleared out that crevice very nicely, all the way down to bedrock. Just worked this little pocket, which there was 2 big rocks in there I pulled out, cleared it out pretty good. I now want to try the other side, just in case the gold's all following the other side, not this side. And right through here looks pretty good. I think I see some rocks there that would catch the gold nicely. So I am incorrect on this one. This is not bedrock down at the bottom. This is just a whole bunch of that material there piled up that the water's flowing over. So if any gold did deposit in this, it would have sunk through all of it down to bedrock. And I don't know how far down that is, so I'm gonna abandon here and find somewhere I know is on bedrock. Just looking for the ideal spot. And everything I see looks ideal. But I like that little waterfall type thing going on right there, and hopefully that rock is loose. Well, it took a lot of work, but I opened up a great little pocket here. Lots of material that was just stuck in the cracks. If anywhere got me gold today, that's the spot. Jason has decided to go with the metal detector for a bit on this bedrock. I brought the metal detector with me today, but I didn't go for it in this wash because I knew how frustrating detecting underneath a ghost town would be with so much metal garbage being washed in here. I have a feeling he'll figure it out pretty soon. All right, that is a bucket full. Classified down to 1/2 inch. I am positive I'll find something for gold in there. Let's go up the hill and start panning this out in a tub up at Cerro Gordo. Jason's found something already, and now he's on to his second. But again, if you want to see the treasures, you gotta check out Jason. Well, between the three of us, we definitely have enough material to tell if there's gold in this wash, and I'm pretty sure there will be. So let's go up to some water and pan this out.
Fine.
I think it's another lead nugget.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jason's just finding lead everywhere. I wonder why there's lead around here. Any idea?
It's like I'm around a lead mine.
Maybe. And back to the trusty panning tub to see what we've got in the town of Cerro Gordo. Well, I've brought it down to just a couple cups of material in here. I'm gonna go and refill it from the bucket. I'm gonna do the whole bucket through one pan. It's probably gonna take about 3 fills of the pan, but then it should give us the best reveal we can hope for, gold or not. One last pan worth. If there's gold in Cerro Gordo, it's in there.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is that they could bring like a 0-degree freezing water.
Yeah, and like eat a socks and yeah. I was thinking the general store might not be a bad spot either, just like throwing people on the floor in there.
Somebody who's like a really poor person, it's like something that's
We're down to the last little bit. There's a whole lot of heavy black rocks in here, which is a great sign. That means we were getting the heavies out of the creek. And gold being the heaviest, if it was there, it should be in this pan. I think we're there. Little square nail. Okay.
That's a good sign.
Well, give me just a splash of clean water.
Sure thing, say when.
A little more. There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got. Come on, gold. Come on, gold. We got lead. I'm not seeing any. Brent?
Yep.
You have no gold.
Oh no!
And I guaranteed it.
Oh no!
I'm fired. Well, let's get in the sun and see for sure, but doesn't look like there's anything in there. So every one of those pieces in there is actually lead, and lots of lead, which isn't surprising because just above that wash there were old smelters back 150 years ago, smelting out lead. So the fact that we have this much lead in the wash is not surprising. Well, I am shocked and surprised. Surprised and shocked? I guess that's the same thing, isn't it? I'm shocked that there is no gold in that wash. Considering the old reports say there's gold in the ore coming out of Cerro Gordo. Last time I was here, I panned some of the tailings pile and I found gold. I am completely shocked we didn't find any in the wash. There is lead throughout. I have probably 1,000 pieces of lead in this pan, but no gold. So we were digging in the right spot. It just means it's not there. Absolutely shocked. sorry to say, Brent, you've got no gold.
It's all right.
None that we could find, and we put the best effort we could into finding it. Thank you again for inviting me up.
Of course, thanks for coming.
It is awesome to be up here with you.
Of course.
And for you guys out there, if you haven't checked out Ghost Town Living on YouTube, please go check out Brent's channel.
Thank you so much. You guys are always welcome. I'm glad that we came, and always good to see you.
Awesome. Hope you're all having a great day out there. And until the next one, bye.